Ever wonder, like, how your investments are actually being handled these days? I mean, it's 2024. It's a crazy time to have money in the markets, right?
It is a wild time.
So today we are going deep. We're doing a deep dive into AI in finance.
Okay.
And we're going to be taking a look at this article. It's called AI in Finance, How Algorithms Manage Billions.
Sounds good.
It's fascinating stuff. Get this, something like over 70% of Wall Street trades are now done
Wow.
by algorithms, not humans. So,
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense when you think about the sheer volume of data.
right.
Like all the stuff that's out there, like
Yeah.
stock prices and economic indicators and even social media trends and news articles and you name it, right?
Yeah. And AI can just eat all that data up in a
Yeah.
second and make decisions based on patterns that we humans could never even spot.
So it's kind of like, I was thinking of it like an air traffic controller.
Yeah.
Right? Like for the stock market.
Totally.
Making sense of millions of transactions all happening at the same time.
So how does that actually work?
Yeah.
How are they actually using like AI to manage all this stuff?
Well, one of the big ones you hear a lot about is algorithmic trading.
Yep.
Which is basically, picture this, right? A computer program. It's been fed every single, bit of market data imaginable, like you were saying, all that information.
Yeah.
And it's programmed to make trades based on very specific conditions. Like, let's say it's set to buy a certain stock if the price drops below, $50 a share, or to sell it if trading volume suddenly spikes.
Okay.
So you basically got this super-powered trader working 24/7 without
No bathroom breaks.
needing sleep or a vacation.
No emotions either.
Exactly.
That's a big part of it.
Totally. Yeah. No emotions, just pure data.
But that also seems kind of risky, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
What if something happens that like no one predicted?
Right. Yeah, and that's where you can run into problems like we've seen with those, what do they call them? Those flash crashes.
Oh, hey.
Where markets just plummet in like a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
And it's often because all these algorithms are reacting to some unforeseen event or even to each other in ways.
Eating off of each other.
Yeah, like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Remember that flash crash back in 2010?
Oh, yeah.
The Dow dropped almost 1,000 points
Crazy.
in just minutes. And yeah, it recovered quickly, but that was like a
wake-up call for sure.
total wake-up call about how volatile these algorithms can make the markets.
Right. So maybe we shouldn't leave every single financial decision up to
Probably not.
the robots quite yet.
Not yet, no.
But they're also being used for more than just trading, right? Like I've heard about AI being used to manage portfolios and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So portfolio management is another area where AI is really taking off.
Okay.
Basically, it's used to build these, investment portfolios that are tailored to your specific goals and your risk tolerance. And this is where robo-advisors come in.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah.
What are they exactly?
Well, think of them as digital financial advisors, powered by, you guessed it, algorithms.
Okay.
So basically, you go online, you answer some questions about your financial situation, your goals, how much risk you're comfortable with, and then the robo-advisor uses AI to put together a diversified portfolio for you.
So it's kind of like having a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Without actually having to meet with,
Exactly.
live with someone.
And it's way cheaper, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot cheaper than a human advisor. And they're getting really popular, especially with, younger investors. In fact, they're expecting that assets managed by these robo-advisors are going to reach like almost $2 trillion.
Wow.
Globally by next year.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
So it sounds like AI is making things faster and more efficient. But what about keeping our money safe? Like, how is AI being used for risk management?
Yeah, risk management is another area where AI is really good. Like, think of it as a super detective for financial fraud.
Wow.
So it can sift through all those transactions, right? All that data and pinpoint any suspicious activity
Okay.
that might point to fraud. Like way faster and more accurately than a human could.
So it's like having an extra layer of protection.
Exactly. And not just fraud, but also like assessing credit risk for loans.
Uh-huh.
So banks can use AI to decide whether or not to approve.
That's got to be a huge help for them.
It is, yeah. So it's really changing the game in a lot of ways.
It's amazing to think how much AI is already involved in finance. As we wrap up, what is like the one thing you think people should keep in mind about this increasing role of AI in the world of money?
I would say just remember that we're still kind of in the early stages here. Like we're
Hmm.
still figuring things out. And
Yeah.
there are definitely challenges, right? Like how do we make sure these algorithms are transparent? How do
Right.
we make sure they're being used ethically? There are a lot of questions we still have to answer.
So it's not like a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not. We need to stay informed.
Stay curious and informed.
Absolutely. And be critical, ask those questions and
Mm.
figure out how all of this is going to impact
Yeah.
our financial lives.
Well said. So AI is shaping the future of finance. It's happening.
It is.
It's up to us to understand how it works and what it means for us. So keep those questions coming, and until next time, happy diving.
Happy diving.